Boom! What is up, boys and girls? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another episode of Fantasy Unlocked, your favorite FPL series. Welcome back for another video. This video now reaches you a little later than usual, but that's because game week number 25 actually starts tonight. It's midweek. Midweek season has begun, and game week number 23 just ended. It was like the longest, shittiest week in FPL history ever. Now, after taking a look at what happened to my team last week, as usual, we will go ahead and look at the fixtures and then obviously team selection and captaincy picks. Alright, let's go. 20 points, which is an absolute rubbish score. And yeah, I'm if you're not crying, you're laughing, man. I'm absolutely disappointed with this week. The only positive is that everybody had a bad game week, so it doesn't count as much, maybe, I don't know. But I don't even feel like getting into the nitty-gritty, if I'm being very honest. But I'm just gonna talk to you what my thinking process was right before deadline, and that was I think Watford had just announced their double game week, and so I was like, oh, can I have Dennis my team? Surely Dennis bags in about 8 points minimum. And then boom, no goals for Dennis, and then boom, red card for Dennis. And then what makes it worse, he can't even play the game after that, which is in the double game week. So minus 2 points for Dennis there. In the United West Ham game, no one scored, so at 2 points each for everybody. 2 points for Foden, he didn't score. Cancelo, they considered a goal, so the clean sheet went for Alexander-Arnold, for Region. Smith Rowe and Coutinho were the actual saviors of this game week. I don't believe this, but it is what it is. But I am happy this game week is over and I can finally put this game week behind me for good. Now, before we actually get into the fixtures for the upcoming week, I want to talk about something really quickly. That is, with this entire COVID scenario and the fixtures being postponed and the double game weeks, it's understandable, but the people in the FPL community right now are not very happy, are very bit disappointed, and very much frustrated. So me, as a people pleaser, as a serial people pleaser, I'm gonna try and make you guys' life much more easier. And so my plan is, from the next week, is to have a timeline. From game week number 25 to game week number 38 or 39, I'm going to go over every single game week, look at every single fixture, and give you guys the top maybe 3 or 4 game weeks that you really need to focus on. In addition to this, I've also provided a video last week, which I really urge you guys to check out, because it's a very instructional video on how you can really revamp your team in case you've probably given up on FPL, or it's probably died out, or you just haven't been sorry about that, or you just haven't been getting enough points. So in addition to the normal FPL video, you should also look forward to the timeline video, which I'm going to be making next week. There's a lot of research going into it, so it's going to take a bit of time, so be patient, but definitely keep an eye out and make sure to check it out when it comes out. Be super helpful, hopefully, for you guys who are just super frustrated with the way FPL is working right now, super frustrated with this COVID fixtures and the scenario and the scene right now in FPL with constant changes and the unpredictable nature of the game right now. So yeah, that was all I needed to say. Let's be honest now, moving into the fixtures, we have some boring ass fixtures coming up. None of the fixtures really stand out to me particularly, and Chelsea aren't playing this week either, so nothing really to look forward to. But the fixtures that actually do stand out to me FPL-wise, Newcastle Everton is something that you should maybe consider. Calvert-Lewin is a very good option. Wink, please buy him. West Ham Watford is another fixture that I'm maybe looking at, and with the raised eyebrow. Burnley Manchester United is another one. Man City Brentford. You can also look at Liverpool Leicester, another very that's probably the only exciting game this game week actually. Wolves Arsenal, not too sure about that. Yeah, I think that's it for this game week. Let's move on to the team selection. Okay, boys and girls, Here's the team for this coming game. We have De Gea in goal. Man has been putting in a shift for this club, man. I think he's the line of defense between Manchester United and absolute hell. He's been the best player for that team right so far this season, and they've brought in Varane and Ronaldo this season, and Sancho. So that makes it worse. Alright, Cancelo in defense alongside Alexander-Arnold and Reguilon. That's going to be the back three for this game week. All of these guys have great fixtures, but with Alexander-Arnold, you do run the risk of maybe conceding a goal against this Leicester side, but I think the attacking points he gets kind of balances that out. In midfield, we have Bowen, Gray, Foden and Emil Smith-Rowe. Obviously, you have other choices like Kevin De Bruyne, who's looking more like a very, very good choice against the Brentford side. Foden, however, we talk about fitness levels over the last 2 weeks, haven't really played many games. So Foden actually played about 79 to 80 minutes in the last game in the FA Cup. So I'm quite happy with his minutes in those games, and which maybe gives me a clue that he might start this game. Hence, Foden's in the team. Gray, I've not really seen too much from him in the last game under Frank. But I definitely think he's going to be a huge part. He's a winger. He's a young guy. He's definitely going to be part of this Everton team. I'm super excited to watch the Everton team, by the way. I don't know if you guys have checked them out yet. But yeah, Frank Lampard's a new coach. Not sure how I feel about it, but I'm going to watch them anyway. Bowen is going to be the captain for this game week, man. Bowen has been on fire for a couple of weeks now. And those of you who have jumped on the bandwagon, good for you. You guys are laughing away to the bank, because this guy just does not rest during games, man. If you watch Bowen during the games, he hasn't rest at all. He's constantly running defensively, attacking wise, making plays for counterattacks, making space for counterattacks, I mean. And obviously goals and assists galore for this man. Captain for sure. He's very much in form. Let's hope he continues that form after a very, very long break, I guess. Emil Smith-Rowe is also on the side as well. He's been an absolute bonkers of a super sub. Every time he comes on for Arsenal, he scores a goal, he provides an assist, one of the two. And the front three for this game week is going to be Dennis, Antonio, and Ronaldo. Dennis, running the risk with Dennis again, but surely doesn't get another red card. And if that's the case, then he's probably due a goal or an assist. So hopefully something. Antonio is the second striker alongside him. Antonio is very much key to the way West Ham form their attacks. And with Antonio at the helm, he really controls things and moves things around with his strength, with his target man type of ability as a striker, and also to utilize the space in very, very delicate situations for his advantage. All these things combined make a very, very good case for you to bring in Antonio regardless of his form. That's why he's in this team right now. He might not even feature, but I do have Coutinho on the bench as well as Livramento to come in just in case. And then last but not the least, we have the big man CR7. Cristiano Ronaldo is in the team now. Obviously, he's been one of the not so great performers in this Manchester United side, but it's Ronaldo at the end of the day. Man, I'm super confused about Ronaldo. Ronaldo is Ronaldo, so you just can't kind of write him off whenever you want. And against Burnley, you would expect him to score at least 1 or 2 goals, right? So maybe I'm not that crazy. So this is kind of the team I'm going for this week. A few options for you guys in goal. You could go for Hugo Lloris, who has some decent fixtures coming up. You could obviously go for Sa from Wolves. He's an absolutely great keeper and a very, very good option on form. You can also go for Ramsdale as well. Ramsdale has been a really, really good keeper since coming into Arsenal. In defense, you could definitely choose Laporte, Diaz. You can go for Van Dijk, Robertson. These are good options. You could also look at bringing in maybe Dalot from Manchester United, who's also been decent at this United in that right back role. And he's been one of the decent players on this United side as well. You could look at Dawson from West Ham as well. Some options for midfield. Kevin De Bruyne, like I mentioned before. Saka's another option. I don't think you want to look at any Chelsea Leicester players for some time now. James Maddison, although he's going to be playing against Liverpool this game, I think there are other game weeks that you could rather invest in Leicester players in. Some other midfield options are obviously now Jota and Heung-min Son, who's back in the training now. And for your frontline, you could be looking at bringing in Calvert-Lewin, Harry Kane. Both are extremely good options and will definitely be bagging in a few points this game week. So that is the team, and that is the video for this game week. Make sure to drop a like in case you like this kind of content and you want to see more of this. And if you're new to the channel and you like the kind of content I do make sure to drop a subscribe as well. It really helps me out, makes me happy, cures my depression. Okay, so like I said at the start of the video, make sure you stay tuned and keep your eyes peeled for next week's video, which is going to be the timeline video. It's going to be an extensive video, so make sure you watch that video. It's going to be extremely helpful for you guys, especially if you're struggling with FPL, struggling to keep up, and struggling and frustrated with the way FPL is functioning right now. And make sure to check out last week's video where I deep dive into the realm of squad restoration and squad revival, where I give you guys some helpful tips on how you could, or just things you need to think about before you set out to revamp your squad, and if you actually need to do it, as well as some important information about core squad members and some other stuff. I won't ruin the surprise for you guys. Make sure to check that out as well. Drop a like, and thank you guys so much for watching. Alright, that's the end, boys.